Hi everyone, welcome. We're going to do this week's karmic read. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, this is a reading specifically for those of you who have a divine masculine who's in a karmic relationship at present. Please remember that the readings are not gender specific, so if your divine masculine is in fact a female, you know, that's absolutely fine. It can work both ways. So please take the energies from this reading as they pertain to your situation, and if it doesn't resonate with you, then the reading isn't for you this week. But let's see how we get on. I'm really interested in this week's reading because last week we saw the divine masculine taking action that people around him didn't appreciate. So let's see how he's faring this week. I'm going to look at how he feels first of all. Spirit, how does the divine masculine feel this week? How is he? What's happening with him? Thank you. Oh, we have ignited passion. I'm going to get the cards out first as always, and then we'll go through them. Oop, thank you. Ooh, conflict and defeat. Okay. Obstacles and challenges. Do we have room for another? I think we do. Let's do a fourth. How else? Oh, this one? Okay. Memories of love. Okay, interesting. So it seems like things are lingering still in terms of how, you know, how events were unfolding last week, really. When I first saw this card, I thought, that's interesting. He's getting his drive back, his energy back. But in actual fact, it's followed by the conflict and defeat card, which kind of tells me that things are still quite stressful. So although we see passion in this card, it's almost like energies are raised in terms of... they're conflict energies, you see. This is what I'm feeling. This isn't a positive passion here. I think that maybe there's been arguments, maybe there's been, a lot of disagreements with whoever these people are in the community. And that in itself may be bringing stresses in his karmic relationship. Now, it's interesting this because we know a couple of weeks ago, the karmic and the divine masculine were both ready to go their separate ways. And I still feel that's the case. But I feel that they have a lot of interference now. This is clearly what we saw last week. It's almost as though they've now started telling people their plans and other people aren't liking it. We saw this last week. If you haven't seen that reading, please check it out because it'll all make sense. So, when I see passion here, it's almost like... I don't want to say angry because that's not quite right, but it feels like it's a conflict energy. So emotions, that's the phrase I was looking for. Emotions are running very high at the moment. And it's leaving the divine masculine feeling a bit defeated, He was holding his head high last week. He was standing his ground. But here we see him feeling a bit weather beaten, really, because it feels like he's got people... I think he's taking the brunt of it, to be honest. I feel the karmic is playing quite a manipulative game, as we know the karmic is prone to do. It feels like, the karmic is sitting back and sort of saying, oh, yeah, this is happening and it wasn't me, And it feels like he's shouldering the burden. Look at the angle of this person on this card, how bent over they are, as if they've got a heavy weight on their shoulder. That's how it feels. It feels like emotions are running high again. But it was a step that had to be gone through in order to be able to leave the current situation. And I do still get the feeling that leaving is on the cards. We clearly see here there are obstacles and challenges. Now, the divine masculine has spent an awful long time planning these steps that he is now taking. And for a long time, he didn't have the strength to actually deal with it. He didn't have the strength to deal with obstacles and challenges or to take those steps forward. But now he has, but he's right in the thick of it at the moment. It really, feels like... it almost feels like I'm getting a vision in my head of loads of arrows flying at him and he's trying to make his path forward, you know. What's keeping him going though are his thoughts of better times, you know, his memories of love. He's thinking about you, Divine Femme. I have no doubt that this card is about you. It's like he's looking to when times were simpler, to when, you know, his relationship was a lot more straightforward, even though at the time it didn't seem like it. I'm talking about his relationship with you, not the relationship with the karmic. And he was taken on this karmic path because there were lessons to be learnt, you know. And it's been a battle, frankly. And so at the moment, in all this chaos and this conflict, he's finding his peace by remembering when times were easier, you know. Let's have a look at the karmic. Let's have a look at the karmic, and then we'll look at what action is going to take them both forward. Because it really feels, I feel heavy. You know, just seeing these cards makes me feel a heavy energy at the moment. Thank you. Yeah, we've got this clarity of belief, which is really good. They're saying to me that the divine masculine at the moment has, you know, he's going through this, but he's remembering his divine feminine and remembering when that felt a lot easier, you know, when that relationship felt just very natural, rather than the conflict that he's now having to go through. But what this conflict is doing is bringing him that clarity. He knows where he needs to be. He knows where he wants to be. And so, yes, it's been difficult for him, but in actual fact, there's been a reason for it. So can we continue and look at the karmic, please, Spirit? Let's look at the karmic. Let's get 4 cards for the karmic, please. What's her response to what's going on at the moment? How's she coping with this week? Which one, please? This one, okay. Okay, so we have opportunity beckons. We have sadness and isolation. Oh gosh, that is interesting. Let's continue. Oop, thank you. We have take the lead. Okay. Let's see. One more, please, Spirit, if we may. Thank you. We have heal. Yeah, it's interesting here because I still feel that, you know, the karmic is, she's not wanting to cling to the divine masculine anymore. The karmic wants her route out. She wants to go to pastures new. But at the moment, she's trying to come out of this situation looking like the good guy, you know? She wants the divine masculine to be under pressure. She wants the divine masculine to look like the bad guy. So at the moment, she is seeing this as an opportunity, you know? While emotions are running high and the divine masculine's in the thick of it, like I said earlier, it's like she's sitting back and she's thinking, oh, you know, if I can play the victim here, I might come out of this quite well. This is an opportunity for me. But that's how she's presenting to people, because she's getting a lot of sympathy, a lot of support through doing that. But in actual fact, deep inside, she's not coping with it very well. So again, we have the karmic, you know, putting on this mask that she's worn all the way through, as has the divine masculine. But whereas his mask is dropping now, she's still wearing hers. But it's making her unhappy. She's presenting to the world as though, you know, yeah, I'm a victim, but I'm the good person. When in actual fact, deep inside, she feels like this person who's drowning down here. You know? So it's not a happy time. You know, there is this conflict going on. The divine masculine is feeling somewhat burdened and defeated. And in actual fact, she does feel very sad about it. But she's pretending that none of it's her fault, you know? Relationships are relationships. Never really anybody's fault as such. But, you know, she's not willing to stand up and say this is a joint decision to everybody else, you know? She's letting them believe that this is happening to her. Very much victim mentality, I think. But what we have here is quite interesting, because we see the divine masculine with these obstacles and challenges and him trying to find his way through them. But to a certain extent, the karmic is orchestrating things. Like I said earlier, if she's playing the victim, particularly if she's surrounded by family and friends, you know, who are very much supporting her, there's this strength in this karmic that enables her, when she's not playing the victim and the little vulnerable routine, she's actually taking the lead, and she's manipulating the situation for her own ends. So she's finding her way through, regardless of the fact that deep down she feels very sad about everything. She is actually finding the strength to deal with these challenges and find her pathway through. Because all she wants to do at the end of the day is to release herself from this situation. Look at these chains. Look how he's breaking free from these chains. You know, she wants to stand in her light. She wants to heal from this situation. She wants to move on. But she's milking the sympathy as much as she can at the moment, because she sees that as her way of being supported and protected. And this, you know, this karmic, whatever strength she shows at various points, she's always been very needy and very vulnerable. Here we see her wanting to just break free from this situation. She doesn't want to be in a situation where there's loads of conflict. She wants to heal. She wants to move on. She wants to find her light, you know? So it feels like, you know, they're both going through a hard time, because even though we see the karmic manipulating this situation for her own ends, she is actually deeply sad about this situation. And it does make her feel quite alone. You know, she's having to deal with sort of negative comments from the people around her at the moment. So, oh my goodness, I've got a stiff neck. Let's just see. No, they've just said to me, pick these. They want me to look at what issues are getting in the way here. And they've just told me to use these cards. So let's see, what are the issues that are getting in the way here? Those are the words they told me to use. So this is what they want to show us, obviously. What's getting in the way then, Spirit? What do we need to know? What's getting in the way? Yeah, look, everything feels heavy. You know, there's a lot of work to be done in this situation. You know, there's a lot, they've really got to ride this storm, because, you know, they are dealing with people who probably were, you know, content and happy with the status quo before, and now are just interfering because they don't want that status quo to change. So, you know, it's hard work. You know, also with this, and we'll see if there's a money card that comes up, it could well be that both the divine masculine and the karmic are having to put in more hours at work in order to be able to sort out their financial situation. Let's have another couple of cards, please, Spirit. Tell us more about this toil and labour. What else do we need to know? Oh, that's interesting. We have a message of concern. So yeah, there are people around them who are concerned about them. It may well be that the divine masculine is asking for support. It could be either of them. It doesn't have to be just the divine masculine, because I'm getting this as a joint energy. So it could well be that they're reaching out to other people who are a little more sympathetic. you know, to voice their concerns about what's going on within their sort of family, friends and community. You know, they may be seeking out sort of kindred spirits or whatever. It may be for some of you divine femmes, it may be that a message comes your way, but at the moment I do think this is an energy that is between them and the community around them. Yeah, that's very interesting. We're going to do some tarot on that in a minute. Can we have another one, Spirit, please? Is there anything else we need to know? Oh gosh, yeah, it is the community. So, you know, the community around them, the family, the friends, acquaintances, whoever they are, you know, they are causing a lot of concern. They're hard work to deal with because they're putting the divine masculine particularly, but also the karmic, under a lot of pressure at the moment. So it's interesting this. Those of you who followed the channel for a while, do you remember a while ago the community card kept coming up, but it was a positive card at the time. They were having a lot of support and a lot of, they were going out and having fun independently, but with members of the community, if you know what I mean. So, you know, the divine masculine would go with some friends and have a good time, and so with the karmic, they'd go with other friends. And it was all great. And I think people around them sort of just thought everything was happy. But now it's putting them both under a lot of pressure. So let's find out what they're going to do about it. Spirit. Ooh. Do you want me to take those? They do. They want me to take all three. Okay, so they're giving us all together. I think Spirit are wanting to tie it up tonight pretty quickly. Look at this. Okay, so first we have the Death card, which of course means a major change. So what Spirit, they're sort of cutting this short in us in a way, because what they're saying to us is, in terms of steps forward, we don't need to look at all these situations individually. They're saying a major change is coming. The change that the divine masculine and karmic have been working towards is going to happen. There's going to be an ending here. There's going to be a major change. Okay, so regardless of what pressure they're under from the community, it's not going to make any difference. They're both going to need some healing time. So in particular, the divine masculine, because that's, you know, the main person that we're concerned about here. Not that we're not concerned about the karmic, but you know what I mean, divine femmes. We're waiting to hear about our divine masculines. They are going to need this time to get over this situation. They have been under a lot of pressure, you know. They are going to really be their own, oh gosh, what's the phrase I was looking for? Their own leader in a way, because, you know, they're going to use the wisdom of the Hierophant. They're going to use that calming energy to actually heal from this situation. But it may well be, the Spirit have just said meditation. For some of them, they may need to totally withdraw, almost like in hermit mode. We haven't got the hermit here, but, you know, there is this healing to be done. This I do get a feel, they have said meditation, so they're suggesting that the divine masculine is going to need to withdraw for a while to heal from the pressure that they've been under. So as I've said in the last couple of readings, don't necessarily expect the divine masculine to leave this situation and come straight to you, divine femmes, because he is going to need some recovery time from this pressure that he's been under. The one thing this divine masculine never wanted was to feel judged, you know, and it looks like he's being judged at the moment. He will find that incredibly hard. So there is healing to be done. But following the healing, look what we have. We have the Knight of Cups. We have a love offer coming forward. So, you know, when I said Spirit are trying to tie this up fairly quickly, they're telling us that, yeah, things here with the karmic are going to end. You know, a major change is coming. The divine masculine will then be healing. Then he'll be in a position to step forward with this love offer. What will he want, Spirit? What does he want with this love offer? What does he want from the Divine Femme? I missed it, sorry. Thank you. Yeah, he's not going to be confident, look. You know, Page energy, yes, he's going to come forward with some sort of love offer, but it may not be the full-blown sort of I'm in Emperor mode that he was in a couple of weeks ago, because I think now the pressure has knocked his confidence a little bit. So, you know, he's going to come forward, he's maybe going to appear quite sort of childlike in his message. He may act as though nothing's happened at all, as though the karmic relationship never happened. You know, hi, how are you? How you doing? Do you want to go and have some fun? Should we go out for a drink? You know, very casual, very light. Definitely a message though. So, you know, you will be getting messages, but they're light messages. Again, you know, it's in cups energy, so it's done with love. It's coming from the right place, but it may not be feeling to you initially, it may not be feeling like a solid love offer, because he's dipping his toe in the water here. He's thinking, is the Divine Feminine actually going to accept me back? Because even though I'm going to pretend the karmic stuff didn't happen, I know she knows about it, you know? So let's see what else. What else? What is this outcome? What does he want, please? What does the Divine Masculine want? Well, that couldn't be any clearer, could it? We have the Lovers here. He wants a loving relationship with you, Divine Femme. He definitely wants to come back here. We haven't had the Six of Cups here yet, which is a reunion card and a union card, but he's dipping his toe in the water because you are the person that he wants to be with. Interesting, they've just said soulmate, which is quite interesting since we're doing a twin flame reading. But he really feels, maybe that's his understanding of where you're at. You know, maybe he doesn't know about twin flames. Maybe he sees you as his soulmate because that's his understanding of the situation. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, look, he will be finding his way, basically. Interesting, Page of Pentacles. Again, you know, he may be very unsure. He wants stability. He thinks he wants stability. He's not quite sure how to approach you, not quite sure how you're going to react. But, you know, he will come in with this love offer and he's uncertain because he doesn't know whether or not you'll accept it. Do we have an ultimate outcome card, Spirit? Do we have an ultimate outcome card, please? Oh, that is so funny. Thank you, Spirit. That's what we need to see. You know, I said earlier that, you know, he's going to feel hesitant. He's going to be childlike. He's going to come forward with a love offer, but he doesn't know how you're going to react, but he really wants you to be that. And I did actually say earlier, you know, he's going to be quite sort of nervous. He's going to be childlike. He's not going to be in his Emperor energy when he initially contacts you. But the ultimate outcome is he's the Emperor, folks. I love that. That's so funny. So, you know, this is why it's important the way you receive your Divine Masculine. If you meet the Divine Masculine with anger, he's going to, you know, revert into his shell. You know, he's going to be lacking confidence. But, you know, if he's met with love, he's ready to step up. He's ready to be your Emperor, Divine Femme. I love that. I love that so much. That really made me laugh. So, you know, we're heading to good places. Yes, he's hesitant, but he's clear on who he wants to be for you, Divine Femme. He's very, very clear. That's fantastic. I love that. I'm just going to get a couple of love romance cards. I can't remember what they're called, but I don't know what they're called. So let's just do them. We'll do a couple of cards from here and then we're going to draw it to a close, because that is just, it says it all really. That is so lovely to see. Yeah, this is what I said about the way that you welcome in your divine masculine, divine femme, because as it says here, let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. We know we're dealing with divine timing. We know it's endlessly frustrating, but it's for a purpose. It's for a reason. So, you know, you're not going to be able to dictate how things happen, when things happen, or what your divine masculine should be doing, saying, thinking, whatever. You know, you need to just take a step back and let this unfold, because he is going to come in. Without a doubt, we have messages from him. We have him overcoming this uncertainty, this childlike behavior. He knows he wants you in a loving relationship. And he's ready to step up. So there's no need to try and control it. One more, please, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah, you see, definitely. We have past life relationship here. You've known each other before. Well, of course, you're twin flames. So, of course, you've known each other before, you know. But that is nice confirmation from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. You know, you're on the right track, Divine Femme, so stay with it. Okay, I'm going to draw it to a close there. I hope you've enjoyed this week's reading. Do let me know if it resonates in the comments below. I do appreciate all your likes. That really helps the channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, then do please join us. And have a beautiful week, everybody. And I look forward to doing more readings as soon as I can. Okay, take care. Bye.